Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first fighter into the ring. From Nicaragua, Carlos Osorio.
Carlos Osorio, 26 years of age and with a very credible record indeed. 13 victories, 5 defeats, 5 of his victories coming by knockout. Man who debuted back in April 2011 and a career that has certainly flourished in Nicaragua. This only his second fight outside of his home country. And the other was a loss to Manuel Vides in Panama.
From Crawley, Ben Duracell Jones.
There is plenty of support for this man, Ben Jones. 34-year-old who is going to be more than warmly greeted by York Hall this evening, the grand finale of the night. He's been an IBO International Lightweight title winner, a WBO European Super Featherweight winner as well. Had a non-contest in his last out of the WBO Intercontinental Featherweight title. We talk about music to get you going coming into a ring. This is certainly pumping up the crowd here.
It's definitely got a crowd behind him. Everyone's on their feet.
This is the man that many came to see this evening. WBO Intercontinental Featherweight title above his head that he took from Martin Barlaghi back in October 2015. Tell you what, you talk about entourages.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mickey Elliott's Hellraiser Boxing brings you 10 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. This is your main event of the evening. London, make some noise! Heads in the red corner, wearing the blue shorts with a white trim, weighing in at 9 stone, 2 pounds and 8 ounces. He comes into us with a record of 13 wins with only 5 defeats. From Nicaragua, Carlos Osorio. And his opponent fights on the blue corner, wearing the gold and black shorts, weighing at 9 stone, 1 pound and 4 ounces. He comes into us with a record of 21 wins, 5 defeats and 1 draw. In his time as a professional, he's been the English, WBO Intercontinental, WBO European, and IBO International Champion. From Crawley, Ben Duracell Jones. Your referee judge action, Mr. Lee Cook.
Talk about an atmosphere to get you going for a fight. Ben Jones is going to have no problems being inspired and raring to go against Carlos Osorio, who was very humble as he was announced to this arena. A bow to all sides of the ring, and I don't know about you, but it doesn't show the temperament of somebody that's going to come out flying. And
Definitely doesn't. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when the bell goes.
even the size of these two.
Second out.
Very different in body shapes.
Osorio, far slender, far leaner. The 26-year-old. Taking on Ben Jones, a 34-year-old. Imagine if Osorio's going to have a chance, he's going to have to use that youth, speed and agility to stay away from Jones. Cagey start from both of them as Jones then goes looking to the body. First time he's really tried, and he got a connection and a half really there.
It's a very loose start from Carlos.
Happy to trade blows though and remind Jones that he's there.
Good body shot from Ben Jones.
I imagine there's plenty in the crowd just wondering how Osorio is going to approach this. It's only his second fight, as I say, outside of Nicaragua. It's his first fight in Europe. The only other fight he's had outside Nicaragua was in Panama, resulting in a defeat.
He looks quite comfortable in there.
Certainly not rattled by the changing surroundings. He's trying to give as good as he gets, although Jones is just throwing a few more, landing a little flusher. You imagine that Jones is just going to have a bit more power in the punches as well that he does land. In terms of their shape and build, these two.
Carlos is firing back. Really fast jabs.
Big right hand coming in as well. Happy to step in. Left himself a little exposed, but Jones was wary of the right hand coming over the top. I wonder how much Jones has had to prepare on this as well. Osorio only recently added to the card. A great fighter to bring in terms of pedigree and ability. Well within him to go the distance on numerous occasions. A winning record. Good body shot, but Osorio fires back with a quick couple. Round one in the books. An
Good
intriguing
round.
start, I think you could say. And now these two are approaching it. And tit for tat.
Second round, round 2.
Last defeat going back in 2014, almost a year ago to the date. Should I say 2 years ago to the date. So we get round 2 underway.
Good uppercut to halt that head movement from Carlos.
Good left as well.
Yeah, so we've seen that the uppercuts are really working for him now, Ben Jones.
That extra bit of power that he can generate.
Oh, that body shot again from Ben Jones. Really finding the body, really finding those angles. And those body shots will really slow Carlos down.
Left hand caught Osorio as well, just he was trying to settle himself. Taking a bit more of a battering in this one, Osorio, and he's sat back and not really replied too much. Look at the speed of the left. 3 shots in very quick succession. Jones able to telegraph those deliveries.
Another wild shot.
Not to be confused with being desperate though, Osorio, if he does try and go big. He's only landed, or should I say thrown one of those. One in each round so far. A couple of deliveries down to the body again. Comes back with a left hook of his own though, Osorio, around the top of the head. He lands in the body as well, and they start to go punch for punch it.
Carlos is very much competitive in this fight though.
He's not sitting back and allowing
at all.
Jones
He's
to
always looking for the
dominate.
counter.
But imagine over time just the number of punches that he started to take in this second round compared to the first. You won't want it to stay that way. Well over 10 rounds. Big intake of breath as he just sets himself upright again. Osorio. Jones there almost using the ropes to help propel that right straight.
Almost landed, didn't it?
Straight back at his opponent. Again going round the side, working the body right
There
over
we
the
go.
top.
That's the right he was looking for.
He took a body blow just before it, Jones, but it didn't hinder him at all. Osorio still staying with him, but Jones just upping the ante slightly there. Tense discussion though in Osorio's corner.
Seconds out, round 3.
Round 3 underway. Jones might just want to increase the power and pace once again, as he did from the first to the second. The question is, can Osorio prevent that from happening? Hefty shot to the body, but it's more to the pectoral than to the gut or anything too.
It looked like an open hand shot there, which tend to be louder. And the impact is not really that much.
Jones just replying to the left jabs of the Nicaraguan. Another big swing.
Tends to throw those quite a lot, and he's not been successful yet, Carlos.
There was a puzzled look on Jones's face about the audacity of that attempt as he pulled his head away.
That was a good uppercut there from Ben.
He's had success with that. And again, and you saw the head rock back of Osorio. He tries to shake it off and encourage Jones to come at him more. Real snap back of the head as he was caught with that right uppercut.
Caught him again there.
Osorio left himself open. Both trying to use that jab. Jones is using it far more effectively. Nice variety in the punches as well in terms of head and body. Willing to try and throw big with the left or the right, Jones, at the moment. Just get the feeling he's starting to work out exactly how he can work, and another good right uppercut.
That was good.
Two lefts follow quickly, the head rolling about slightly from Osorio, doesn't stumble on his feet at all.
It's a double hook while pivoting. So you can see Ben Jones is getting a lot more confident now with his success.
Must be, when you get a bit of success like that, tempting to start swinging more and more though, because you think, I'm connecting, and still just needs to stay composed and remember to pick those shots when they...
Exactly, especially because Carlos is very into his counter punching. Ben Jones should not forget that and leave himself open with the swings.
It's interesting, it seems Osorio has tried at least one of those big right hands coming over the top reasonably early on in the first 3 rounds, and then just kind of moved away from them slightly, pulled one back in again late on in that round, and it doesn't seem like it's desperate from him just yet. It's more like he's actually tactically trying to throw a big one to get some space and just get some footing back in it.
Seconds out, round 4.
Round 4 of 10. Osorio staying on the toes, staying away.
Very sharp punches from Carlos, especially with the strikes. But the power's not really with him. The power's more on Ben Jones. Every shot he lands, there's a reaction.
Just
An unhappy reaction from Carlos.
Just feel he can break that guard down more even when he connects with the glove. It still finds a way to just wear him down a bit more. Good head movement from Jones, and then fires back with a 1, 2, 3. A couple of jabs as well. It's almost a bit more like Osorio, as you saw there. When he does get something, Jones immediately comes back to punish him and keep him in his place.
Firing out that jab, having some success.
Goes looking for that uppercut.
That was a previous successful.
He was faking with it that time and coming around with a left hook. Right hook this time. Going into the body as well. Osorio does the same.
You can see he really likes to throw that swing in a desperate situation.
It's not connected at all yet. Pretty much 4 misses. 4 or 5 from the big ones he's trying to throw Osorio. Did have back-to-back defeats in May and June of 2013, Osorio, and then stepped away for 2 and a bit years or so from the sport. Back in the ring again. Good body shot from Jones, and again using the power of those shots to try and create openings around the head. Osorio, though, is fighting back well, throwing a few of his own. In the last round and a half, it's been Jones who's just taking that upper hand. Jones is just sat, nodding, listening patiently to what his trainers are saying. Very much looks like kind of business as usual at the moment for the man from Crawley in Sussex.
Ben's always starting these rounds with his quadruple jabs.
It's the pace of those jabs that's still baffling. Keeps so much venom in them as well. He goes looking for the body. Osorio is just starting to swing a bit more. It's more controlled from Jones in the punches that he's deciding to throw. Osorio swinging over the top. It's a decent blow down below from Jones though. As we've seen a number of these fights tonight, it's another one that just is about concentration, about waiting and being patient against a fighter that can take a few shots and perhaps frustrate somebody who's not mentally equipped for a long fight.
It really is about that, staying on the ball and not losing that concentration.
It's interesting as well how the footwork of Jones has not changed even from the very first round. He's got a little bit of blood coming from the nose there, I think. He has been tagged a couple of times.
Carlos's movement's beginning to slow down. He's not really as fluid with his movement now. He's really...
A lot of it seems to come from almost the hips and the waist, just ducking down rather than rolling about, keeping the head darting around or anything. Lovely quick punches once again from Jones. The crowd here at York Hall appreciating it. Osorio tries to get in close. It's a good right hand, got through, but Jones, because he's so on his toes still, he's not able to move. He's able to just get away from any sort of difficult situation quite comfortably. Interesting, Osorio's just taken a bit more control of the centre of the ring in the last minute or so.
Ben Jones is still looking in control there.
As you say, Hollywood, it's Jones that is the dominant force.
And very comfortable in that position.
Seconds out, round 6.
What I make is his 9th appearance as a professional at York Hall. You said it once again, Hollywood, the jab, start of the round.
Always starts wrong with that jab in it. Allows him to look for the other opportunities and keeps him successful, keeps those points ahead.
And immediately almost like a method of control.
Definitely.
Taking the upper hand at the very start of the fight. The start of the round. Carrying that momentum through. Osorio again swinging, but nowhere near really connecting. Jones's speed and stamina is paying dividends here, and that power coming through the right hand. He almost caught him with a backhand there, which the referee caught, and Osorio gave a little look as well after it.
Good 1-2 to the face of Carlos.
Just need to watch again. There was almost a little backhand once more coming across the front of Osorio's face. The number of punches that Osorio's throwing at the moment is certainly dropping here.
Until you said that.
And he throws a 4 combination. Jones fires back with a 3, 2 of them round the body, but no real impact. Hefty overhand right once again. And again, just trying to beat down the defences. Osorio encouraged on. Bit of a war of attrition now in terms of just wearing down Osorio. So we get set to go into round 7, and Jones didn't quite take his foot off the gas there, but he's certainly now got complete control of all the momentum in this bout.
Definitely. And I don't really think Carlos has got anything else to offer. I think he's had his best rounds. His head movements is really slowing down now, and the wild shots he's thrown have had no success.
Well, never say never. That's for
As
sure.
we've seen today.
Just as 10 seconds is called, smiling and laughing with his training crew.
Seconds out, round 7.
Round 7. Does he get tempted just to up the ante a little bit more, Jones, and go look for the early finish? Certainly swinging strong at the start, but that head movement from Osorio just back for the moment, able to duck away from those shots.
Good movement. Straight back in there, taking the center again from Ben Jones.
Trying again with one of those clubbing overhands, Osorio. Almost beating on the back of the head of Jones. Out comes the jab again, putting him in control of the momentum. Waiting for an opportunity to strike. Osorio lunges in, left himself open, but able to move away from the right hand of Jones that came round. Osorio was trying to sidestep away from Jones as he swung and moved to the right.
You can really see Ben Jones' fitness is really showing now, as Carlos is beginning to falter.
Low shot.
Really looking like he's just trying to survive now.
Big swing by Osorio, a couple of hefty shots, rattle him around the head though. Jones able to just almost pour him away and push him over to the side. You talk about the energy just draining from the 26-year-old Osorio. Daunting prospect to come here. First time fighting in the UK, to come to York Hall. The heart of the city, the heart of British boxing. Take on someone like Ben Jones. Pop just fires back from Osorio. It holds off the onslaught for a moment.
With ease. And that's back to those jabs again that he starts the rounds with.
Another comfortable round for Jones.
Corner, 10
I'd
seconds.
like to see this eventually go the distance, just because he did start so brightly in the first 2
Seconds
rounds.
out,
Yeah.
round 8.
We go into round 8.
Okay, so he's come out.
Certainly put a little bit of mustard on that left.
That looping left hook. Carlos has really good upper body movement.
Oh, he's shoved slightly. Jones thumping 3 shot, but Osorio looks fine to continue. Knocked down to the ground. He looked frustrated that wasn't called as a trip and falling over rather than a knockdown, but had to face the count. Osorio was a stumble on the side of the ring first, but took a few shots as he went down. The legs did seem to go.
Definitely from what I saw, looked like a knockdown.
You know all about delivering those, Hollywood, that's for sure. You know what they look like as Jones goes again. Shot right round the side of the head. Osorio's almost completely stepped away from that jab, hardly using it.
And his jab was giving him quite a bit of success.
Just doesn't have the power to keep it going as much as Jones does. And again, Jones able to land a couple of vicious shots, but Osorio keeps his feet this time.
Took it low.
Referee saw it as well.
See, Carlos needs to be doing a lot more of that.
Must be tired though when you've been taking so many shots and knocked down, of course, in this round, and to have the energy and the stamina to will yourself on to keep trying to fight your way out of the problem. Can't afford to curl up and just take hits though, not at this stage. Jones just being patient again though. Sensible fighting this. Nice left jab just at the end of the round. A little more than a token shot from Osorio. A round where he was rattled and down, but able to find his feet and pick himself back up.
Corners, 10 seconds.
And I'm sure Osorio will be happy to have given the crowd value for their money as we go into round 9 of 10. Straight away. Once more the left jab.
And it's good to have that discipline where you can just rely on that jab to open up your opportunities.
It's almost like it's clockwork routine for Jones in this fight. Spinning him round and flinging a left round the side of the head as well.
Just showcasing some skills there now.
Another thud into the gut. It's not really the body shots that have rattled Osorio too much.
I think it's the work rate that's really got him.
A crowd like that, not sure how clean it landed. Better right hand that one, going into the body to follow up, but Osorio almost holding on to Jones's arm and staying away from the ropes, getting out of the tight spot he found himself in. Once again, Osorio's just really throwing punches few and far between. Looks drained. Jones is just happy to keep going.
And Carlos has got nothing to answer back with. So it's definitely just about survival for him. 2 clean shots in the face of Carlos.
A little wobble. Nothing more as he's trying to just step away now rather than head movement and body movement. He's just trying to walk away from the shots.
To no avail. Ben's definitely in control of this.
Oh yes, legs are gone, mate. Legs are gone. Legs are gone.
The shot lands into the body. Just unable to follow up cleanly. Jones biding his time, waiting. The defences have been broken down on Carlos Osorio. In his first fight in the United Kingdom, doesn't look good for him.
Seconds out, 10th and final round.
It wasn't a relentless pace at the start, it's just been a methodical one throughout. It's like he knows his pace for going 10 rounds, and it helps that he hasn't taken too much damage in the last 3 or 4 or so. But he's got almost the same amount of energy as he did when he started this.
But just more relaxed, which is good. He's shown that he's just really settled in now. Where in the beginning he was pretty nervous, you could tell. There's a bit of nerves there, so he wasn't really throwing comfortable.
Bit more flow to the punches as they come now.
Definitely, way more fluid now.
Can he put this one away? Stop it in the final round. Osorio, I don't think I've yet to see him throw a punch in this last round just yet.
Good shot. Good shot.
It'd be interesting to see if there's the audacity for Osorio, if he lasts this final round, to raise his hand in the air, try and claim victory on points.
That would be some entertainment.
We've had plenty of it this evening. As Jones goes swinging for the fences a little bit there with a right hook. Left himself open, and a pop shot from Osorio with the right hand just clipped him round the chin.
Carlos has definitely run out of ideas now.
Left shot rocks the head back, and Jones once again tries to go to work. One into the body. He's not lost his legs yet, but he just looks tired and exhausted at the moment. The man in the blue trunks.
Well done, mate.
Finally, a couple of flurries from Osorio. Some of them landed cleanly as well. Where was that?
Too little,
4
too
or
late.
5 rounds ago.
He has got some really good upper body movement, but he really doesn't follow through with it. No punches, he just evades the shot and then just walks away.
It's almost been survival for the last 4 or 5 rounds or
Most
so.
definitely.
Trying to show a spark of life in the latter parts of this final round. Jones still just pacing, moving about. Competent victory, I'm sure this will be for Ben Jones on the judges' scorecard. Fair play to Carlos Osorio. He was able to survive the 10. Frustrated Jones at times. And first 3 rounds, it wasn't easy for the man from Crawley.
Took a bit of time to adjust, but once he adjusted, he took control of the fight and dominated for the rest of the later rounds.
Set to be 8 fights undefeated, though, it seems, for Jones.
And after 10 rounds of action, we've had to go to the referee scorecard. Lee Cook scores the bout 100 to 90. For your winner by decision, Ben Jones.
Duracell's the nickname, and he had plenty of power throughout 10 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Hellraiser Boxing presents East End Explosion. I've been your MC, my name is Ricky Wright. Please all leave the venue in an orderly fashion and have a safe journey home. Good night!
Not a bad way to finish the evening for Ben Jones. He stands holding the WBO Intercontinental Featherweight title aloft above his head. Let's go down to Adam Thorne, down at ringside, to hear what Ben Jones has to say about that.
I'm with WBO Intercontinental Champion Ben Jones and promoter Ricky Elliott. Ben, congratulations. How do you feel that went?
It went really well. It was a game opponent. I've watched a fair bit on him, and I knew that you need a sledgehammer in there to knock him out. So what I've done is I thought I'd box him. I got on my back foot. A lot of people here haven't seen me box. I normally go forward and go for the knockout. So this time I changed my tactics, and I think it worked for me. I think if I'd have gone for the fight, yeah, I could have made hard work of it. You know, I still believe I'd have won, but I could have made hard work of it. So yeah, I'm pleased with myself.
You had him down. It was a clear victory on the cards. Pleased? Going home happy?
That's exactly what I needed. I needed a good hard 10 rounds. I fought 6 months ago, and it got stopped in the late part of the third round from a cut on his part, which was a real shame because it went down as a no contest when I was clearly winning every round. You know, I felt and looked like I was going to be stopping him, and I was just, taking that away from me. You know, but I'm really happy. I'm really pleased, really happy, and it's nice to get the rounds out. It's good.
7 on the bounce now. Mickey, are you happy as well?
I was really happy from the point of view that I think in the past Ben sometimes he's fought more with his heart than with his sort of his brain, if you like.
Yeah,
and
right.
Tonight he boxed impeccably well with his brain, very patient, very cautious against a dangerous opponent. Been talking to his manager Kaz Evans quite a lot, and we're going to try and get him a little bit busier this year, and there's possibly a big fight coming up from down the line, which we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, you said big fights. You got anyone you want?
I want them all. I want all the world champions, to be honest. But yeah, we're having chats with some of the top stuff. So let's see what happens. Watch this space. Watch this space.
Lastly, why the Air Jordans?
Oh, you like them, eh? Look at them. They're on the back, KO. And if you look under the tongue, it says Jones. They're designed specially for me.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Back to Oliver and Josh.
Well, a fantastic evening of boxing here at York Hall. Hollywood Josh, thank you very much for sitting alongside me for this evening. I think we can safely say we've been fully entertained by East End Explosion tonight.
Most definitely, to get a ringside seat and action. And as we saw, sweat, blood, everything flying over the rope. So good to see something from a different perspective.
Yeah, you're not safe down here.
I've realised that now.
People aren't safe in the ring when you're back in action next. A massive thank you to everybody who's participated this evening. A thrilling evening of boxing, plenty of knockout action, plenty of fireworks in the ring. An East End Explosion comes to an end here at York Hall. A big thanks to all the production staff, myself, Ollie Wilson, and from Hollywood Josh as well. And of course, Adam Thorne. Have a very good night indeed.